the field at Horseshoe Bend, but we don't see anything of any significance around the stadium there. That's Battle Stadium. That's where the Dogs are playing tonight against Horseshoe Bend. So our next stop is going to be over here in Fayetteville. This is going to be where we've got the Randolph County Tigers playing up here this evening. They're playing in a jamboree. This was a last-minute thing. It's over here at Farm Links Field over in Fayetteville, and so it's going to be Randolph County Tigers and Fayetteville, the Wolves, playing in a jamboree tonight. Those are the only two teams, as far as we know, involved in that game. But as you can see, there may be a sprinkle or two around Farm Links Field as well, but nothing of any concern there. And then our last stop is going to be up here on I-20. We're going to take you way over to Pell City to Victory Christian. You know, when you go to Birmingham, that big, huge church that sits out there on I-20. That's where Taylor Jones and the Woodland Bobcat crew are set up tonight, and they're going to be bringing you the call as the Bobcats take on Victory Christian. And right there at Pell City, I mean literally on I-20. I talked to Taylor a few moments ago, and he said he could feel the breeze from the vehicles coming down I-20. But nothing showing up on radar there at the moment. There are a few showers and thunderstorms down here around Alumni Field in Talladega County, just north of Talladega. But those are moving on off to the northeast. And we're watching a storm now around around Mount Cheaha and extreme northwest Clay County, up around the Clay County, Talladega County line, up there in the mountains, and that's moving on off to the east, northeast as well. Watching a shower develop there in Cleburne County, just south of I-20, or just to the northeast of Chulafini. And then, of course, this stuff back over in, about to move into Carroll County that we told you about a few moments ago. That's a pretty significant storm. So any high school games that may be underway up there in Bremen, Temple, Villa Rica, back over toward Mount Zion, Carrollton, any games being played up there at this hour would be in danger of going into a lightning delay. The north end of this line of storm seems to be moving more to the east-southeast, and then the west side of this line seems to be moving more off to the east. So that's good news down here in Roanoke, other than the storm down in Tallapoosa County, just north of Dadeville there on 49 that we're keeping an eye on because it is moving in the general direction of downtown Roanoke. And then as we look over here in Troup County, we had a storm in the southeast corner of the county. It's moving on over now toward Woodbury and Manchester. No problems there. Zooming out so you can get a look at the wide picture here. More showers and thunderstorms along and north of I-20 than we're seeing south of I-20. And that stuff's moving on up into northwest Georgia. Actually have a decent chance at getting a raindrop at my house maybe tonight. But I'm not going to get excited. We've had decent chances multiple times over the last 2 months, and we hadn't received measurable rain in that long. So hopefully tonight, though, that will change. Big thunderstorms off on the Georgia coast right there around Hilton Head, South Carolina, and Savannah. We're seeing some big convection over there this evening as well. So that's the deal. Right now, the only venue that we're concerned about as far as Randolph County schools go would be Wright Field in Roanoke, and it's going to be for that storm that's down there in Tallapoosa County. Now, folks, understand this thing could fall apart way before it gets to Roanoke. We don't know. It is certainly not severe. It's not putting down any lightning at the moment, and it's relatively small. So if it does stay together, and if it doesn't grow any more than it is now, once it gets to Roanoke, it won't last long at all. I mean, it literally will zip right on through and it'll be gone. So don't let that deter you from going to any of the ball games tonight, especially that one there at Wright Field. So let's see. I'm going to stay with you till about 6:20, and then we're going to invite you to head over to the iSchool Sports Network, where you can listen and watch some of the games. You can listen to all of them. I know for a fact we have live video tonight from Wright Field, so you can go over there and do that. Remember, you have to register, and you have to pay to watch the video, but all of the proceeds go back to the schools. So 100% of the funds go right back to the schools. You're helping support the schools by watching video over there on the iSchool Sports Network. And there is the website address in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. It's iSchoolSportsNetwork.com. So that's where you want to go. Doesn't cost you a dime to listen to the ball games. But you do have to pay to watch the ball games. And so tonight over on the iSchool Sports Network, again, we've got Valley at Hanley in Roanoke. Randolph County High School will be up at Fayetteville. Wadley is on the road down at Horseshoe Bend, and Woodland is out there on I-20 at Victory Christian near Pell City this evening. So the airtime, I think, for all of the broadcast covering Randolph County schools this evening is 6:23, and then the kickoff is set for 7 p.m. So we're going to stay with you till about 7:20. That'll give you a couple of 2 or 3 minutes to switch over to the iSchool Sports Network and watch and or listen to the school of your choice, or you can do like I do. I have like 15 monitors here in the studio, and I'll have every school going on a different monitor, and so that I can listen and watch all the games across Randolph County. It's always fun. It's hard to believe that we're right back at football season. Seems like it just ended yesterday, and it's time to start football once again. Looking forward to it. So let me go up here to the chat room and see if we have anybody with any questions. If you have questions, comments, concerns, if you want to tell us where you're watching us from this evening, all you have to do is post it in the chat room. Chantel Rutledge is in there with us this evening. Also, Bob Reed. There's Chance Bennett in the room this evening. We appreciate you guys. And if you're just joining us, we do not have any severe weather across East Alabama or West Georgia, even though we do have that one strong storm up there coming into portions of Carroll County, right there above my head. They're pretty strong, a lot of lightning involved in it. But we're on the air this evening because we've got a lot of folks going to high school football venues across East Alabama and West Georgia. And I just wanted to jump in here and show you the radar and kind of give you an idea of what you could expect. The rain chances are going to really taper off now that we're losing the heating of the day. And I think that probably by halftime we'll pretty much have a zero chance of rain across East Alabama and West Georgia. What you're looking at is all we've got right now. Though some of these storms for the next 30 minutes or so could increase in size and coverage a little bit, but then they'll start falling off pretty quick as soon as we completely lose the heating of the day. Hey, Susan Pike watching us in Springfield. Melissa Franklin, what's it going to be like in Blairsville? Union County, way up here in my neck of the woods. We got some rain. We've got some rain up here, Miss Melissa, and I hope if you need rain, and I think you do, I hope you get it up here in Union County. Now, we're looking at this from the Birmingham radar, so there's a little more to this than what it's showing right now. I'm down here in White County, and I'm really hopeful that some of this makes it over into my neck of the woods, too. We're awfully dry up here in North Georgia. Clay County, Alabama. There's Heather Jordan watching us this evening. AJ is watching us in Anniston, Alabama. Let's see. Heather says that she is headed to Newside, Alabama for the Horseshoe Bend High School football game. Right now, you look pretty good right there at Newside, Heather. We have had a few sprinkles right there around General Stadium. Battle Stadium, I should say, where the Generals play. But most of that's moved on, and this stuff down here around Jackson Gap, I think, will stay south and east of Battle Stadium, so I don't think you're going to have any problems there at the Wadley Horseshoe Bend game. Is the storm going to build over Anniston? You've got a storm right there to the east of Anniston, and everything is moving to the east. You'll notice there on that last volume scan, we're beginning to see a few pop-up showers back over towards Center Point. So So, AJ, we are going to have to keep an eye on that to see if we have more showers downstream that are trying to develop that would move toward Anniston. But this stuff you see to the east and to the south of Anniston, moving off to the east pretty quickly, I wouldn't expect any of that to affect you right there in Anniston. But again, some of those little green spots you see back on I-20 back over towards Center Point, I would keep an eye on that for the possibility of development back in toward the Anniston area in the next 30 minutes or so. So we got about 6 more minutes here, and then we're going to encourage you all to switch over to the iSchool Sports Network at iSchoolSportsNetwork.com to listen to Randolph County football. You got the Handley Tigers, the Wadley Dogs, you got the Woodland Cats, and you got the Randolph County Tigers all in action tonight. And you can listen to every one of them over on the iSchool Sports Network. So Scott Smith is watching us in the big Kellyton, Alabama. Yes, Scott, you have gotten plenty of rain over there in eastern Coosa County and western Tallapoosa County. I wish you could bottle some of that up and send it my way. I could certainly use it. Thank you, Sherry. I appreciate those kind words. And hello, Sherry Smith. Good to see you in here this evening. And for those of you that are just joining us, we're on the air not because of severe weather, but because it's high school football Friday night. And we wanted to kind of show you what's going on across East Alabama and West Georgia as you get ready to head out the door to those stadiums around the area to enjoy opening weekend of high school football. We're going to stay with you about another 4 minutes till about 6:20 this evening, and then we're going to ask you to switch over to the iSchool Sports Network. Again, folks, you can listen to all 4 of the Randolph County schools free of charge. Or if you want to watch the video, there is a charge for that, but all of the proceeds go directly back to the school, so that's a great way to support your school and be able to watch it. The video quality is amazing. The iSchool Sports crew does a fantastic job. You don't understand what it takes. Video is such a different animal versus just straight audio. Straight audio, it takes a lot, but when you start adding video to it, folks, it is incredible as to what it takes to make all of that work. And but they manage to put it together every year, and they do a good job at it. And I hope that you will go over there, and you won't be supporting them because all the proceeds go to the schools. You'll be supporting the schools, so be sure you do that. Now, if you're anywhere up here on I-20 in northern Carroll County, you got a nasty storm coming across I-20 up there. It is just below severe limits. We have a special weather statement that is in effect until 7:30 Eastern for this storm crossing over I-20. So if you're at any ball game venues or stadiums up here in Carroll County, back over toward Douglas County, or anywhere along I-20, you've got lightning in the area, and you're most likely going into a rain delay down there. As far as the other games across the area, we are watching this storm cell down in Alexander City because it is poised to move toward southern Randolph County between Wadley and Roanoke. Most of the time, storms that form in central Tallapoosa head right straight for Roanoke. But this thing's been going now for about 25, 30 minutes, and it really hasn't grown in coverage, size, or intensity. So I'm liking the trend that I see here. Maybe it is as big as it's going to be, and if that's the case, it won't last long if it holds together to make it all the way up there to Roanoke. We are beginning to see a couple of light showers break out just to the east of Roanoke now, back toward Rock Mills. So that tells me there's a boundary layer right there from about Hogansville back through Roanoke and down to Dadeville. So I wouldn't be surprised to see some rain showers develop right there around right field in the next 25, 30 minutes or so. But again, they should not last long as they're clipping on off to the northeast rather quickly. this evening. All right, folks, thanks for joining me this evening. We appreciate it. We probably will start doing this every Friday night. We'll see. If there's any threat of weather, we certainly will. We invite you now to switch over to the iSchoolSportsNetwork.com coming up at about 6:23. They'll start their broadcast with all of their games across the region this evening. Don't forget to watch the video if you'd like to watch your team play under the Friday Night Lights as we kick off the 2022 high school football season. Have a fantastic rest of your Friday, and I'll see you back in here first thing tomorrow morning with your primetime forecast on Dr. Don's Weather.